From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Eifert has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Underneath, this is Bernard. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game, too. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll look to throw here. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a 1st down throw. Kelly. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 23 yards on the play. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Gone. All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Freeman, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Patriots!
Play action, it's Kelly. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he'll bang that one through. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And now here's Ross. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Detroit! Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete to the right side, it's Eifert. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! 319! 319!
They'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now back to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Back to throw here. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Kelly. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Macklin's got it for a Denver touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Broncos will extend their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Lucky 56. Hot.
They'll set up to throw. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Now they try the right side here. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off play action. Kelly. Throwing deep here for Coleman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll set up a throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Todd Davis able to drop it for a loss of 12, and it'll be 4th down. The punt team on now as this one's sent away. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this.
Watch it now, Barney!
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Eluding, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been coughing them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Kelly, off play action. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And he'll have to the 40 before being taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stuff. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. And coming out now, the Broncos. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. Now, the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up. Shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Throw left side complete. That's Walsh. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Over the middle, complete. That's Terry. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll go on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Jones to throw on second down. And this one's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Throwing, Jones. Flush to his, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jordan Willis able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash, this from 48. And McManus able to put it through. And with that, they move ahead by a point here in this 3rd quarter. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to moving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He drops it off for Bernard. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Looking to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals have recovered it.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time there was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And shedding through the tackle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Looking deep for Gabriel. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A huge play there for Denver. 56 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now Jones, going to throw on third and goal. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own, but let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter, as he'll go for it on fourth down. Now Jones. Buying time to his left. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Jordan Evans. Tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch it now, Barney!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Flex round!
On first down, Jones escapes the sack. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability there to stop them. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Carl Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coach, you always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. Third and long. Off the play fake. Jones. Forced out to his left. Finding Gabriel complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Ty Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Now Ross to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. He'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 36 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They come out here in the eye. Here's a run with Mixon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Back to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you see what you did on the last drive, when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Jones. Off play action. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Flex round.
Jones operating from the gun. Steps away under pressure again, and down he goes again. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Here's Marquette King now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now here's Ross. 51 yards on the punt there, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points.
All right, here we
But
go.
you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Underneath, this is Bernard. And running with power here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The former first-round pick Shane Ray in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
All right, now, look at 56. Look at...
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th-quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Evans in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Buying time to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Jones now on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now Jones off the play fake. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Macklin, the man he was looking for, and that'll make it third down.
Ohio! Ohio!
Operating from the gun, Jones. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Ty Montgomery. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. McManus now for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation.